Al Cardenas, Chairman of the American Conservative Union, thank you so much for joining us here on NEWSMAX TV.
I'm delighted to be with you. Thank you.
Well, the American Conservative Union is preparing to host the 39th Annual Conservative Political Action Conference, or CPAC, in Washington in February. Talk to us about the event and why it is so critical in this election year.
Of course. Well, American Conservative Union's morphed into the umbrella group for the whole movement. So most organizations are represented on our board. Most of them, if not all of them, pitch in conjunction with other conservative groups to make this a great event. And it's the annual event for the conservative movement every year. We host it in Washington, D.C., although now we're doing it in other locations, but we'll have 10,000 people there will be expected. The greatest names in the movement will be there. It'll be a 3-day extravaganza, unlike anything anybody's ever seen. And if you've never been there before, you want to be there. It's the spectacle, the event for the movement, and it'll be very, very exciting.
Will this be the biggest CPAC ever? And can you also talk to us about your plans to regionalize the event?
Thank you. Yes, it will be. It'll be the largest in terms. As a matter of fact, we're selling out this year, and so we may have to look for a larger venue just because we've reached our capacity, something that you would not have thought of 2 or 3 years ago. We decided to go outside the Beltway as well, and we decided to go to various venues around the country to give those who couldn't get to DC a chance to participate, and to give the regional media, the local think tanks, the local Tea Party organizations a chance to participate. We did our first one in Florida in September. In April, this April, we're going to go to Chicago, and then we'll go to Charlotte in September to kind of stick our elbow at the Liberals convention there. We're going to go to LA, Los Angeles in October, and next we'll see where 2013 takes us, but it'll be a great calendar year.
Well, this election cycle, most of the GOP presidential candidates have spent a lot of time attempting to prove they're bona fide conservatives. In your view, who of the candidates is the most conservative?
Well, unfortunately, we don't rate the candidates. I mean, those who served in Congress have a rating record, like Congressman Paul, but those who haven't served in Congress don't. Since 1971, ACU has rated all the members of Congress, and we have a good ratings record for all who served there. We've now started this year rating the legislators in 5 states. Next year we'll do 15 more. And then in a couple of years, all of the state legislators will be ranked. So we'll have a good data bank and track record as to how folks rate as conservatives. Newt Gingrich got a track record, obviously. Ron Paul does. But Jon Huntsman does not. Mitt Romney does not. Santorum does. And so we've got, they've all scored well as conservatives. So you could say for those who've been measured, Newt Gingrich and Rick Santorum and Ron Paul, they've all scored a number that satisfy that criteria. And based on the agenda of Mitt Romney, as we've seen, he does as well.
Al Cardenas, thank you so much for joining us today. And if folks want to learn more about the American Conservative Union or CPAC, where can they go?
Oh, great. Thank you for the question. If they can go to our website, anything and everything you want to know about CPAC will be there. And you can register there. You could see our panels. You could see our guest speakers, our 3-day agenda, and you'll be thrilled with what we've got. We've got book signings. We've got radio row. We've got a media row, a bloggers row, exhibits everywhere. Our exhibition booths are closed out. Very provocative panels on every issue, from immigration to tax reform. You don't want to miss it. It'll be a great event.
And NEWSMAX TV will be there.
Oh, NEWSMAX, one of our great co-sponsors. NEWSMAX, a big hit at CPAC. They're a big hit last year. You guys are going to be a big hit this year, and we look forward to our partnership.
Al Cardenas, thank you so much.
My pleasure.